أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه وعلى رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So welcome to Steps to Arabic, online Arabic program. The semester one presentation. This is obviously not the first class, but what I intend to do today is showcase to you the syllabus for the program, inshallah. Like, what is it that we'll be covering in the program, particularly in the first semester, and also, answer any of your questions. I'll even demonstrate a little bit of how like the lesson will go. Okay, so let us dive right into it. The any questions, concerns, you can email this email address, steps to Arabic at AlKauthar.org. That is the email address that that's the mailbox that I monitor. And if there is any concerns, they'll reach me, inshallah. That's the contact. By the way, this document will be given to all of our students who are registering, so don't worry about like taking notes or something. All right. We will start the class, so prerequisites. We will start the class from the Arabic alphabet. Anybody can join. This is important because we want to make sure that we start together on like a common base. Even if, for example, a person knows how to read the Quran, having that common or that same starting point would really help. And also, we'll review some terminology to make sure that nobody gets lost in the terminology that we're using in the course. It's a nice way to start. However, it is recommended that you are able to read the Quran in Arabic, even if that student who's joining, is not able to understand the meaning. Okay, that is like a better situation. However, anybody can join, inshallah. All right. The course schedule. We have two basic components here. One's a lecture, one's a tutorial. The lecture is on Monday and on the Thursday. The tutorial is on Saturday. The difference between the two is the lecture is where we will cover new content, stuff that is the topic of the week. We'll be covering all of those things in the lecture. All right. Whereas the tutorial is it's a taking the concepts and using examples to demonstrate how to apply and answering any questions a person may have as they're going about it. There's two groups here, depending on the time of the day. The content for both the groups will be identical. My goal would be to make sure that both of them remain in sync, and it's not that one is heading one way and one is a little ahead, one is behind. I will make sure that doesn't happen. So both the groups will remain in sync. There's a small break in the middle of the year as well, inshallah. Okay, that said, there's course materials. There's an Arabic writing book that, inshallah, I will share with the students. What I'll do is I'll give you a preview of what that book looks like. Okay, you can still see my screen, I hope. Alhamdulillah. Here is the writing book. Okay, what we will cover is this is Alhamdulillah book that I personally wrote. This is the book that I will give you. You can print this and you can practice your writing on it. It covers the letters, as you can see. It covers certain things that are specific to the way the word is written in the Quran. Like a kaf is written, in this way in the Quran sometimes, and written sometimes this way in the Quran. This confuses people. Sometimes it's written this way. All these little pitfalls that students fall into, this book points it out. So it makes sure that you are able to see what's going on. Okay, and this is something that we won't cover in its entirety. I'm just going to use it as a reference point for our first week. You will have this book. You can use it to catch up on your Arabic alphabet, on your writing, on whatever it is that you need, and any knowledge gaps that you have, this book will fill it for you. And what's interesting here is that this is something that, inshallah, I will keep referencing when we go to this word. You know what this letter this is right there that's on the screen? Anybody know what letter of the alphabet? All right, we have Melis. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Hamza, very good. Hamza, not the person, but Hamza, the letter. Yes. This excellent. Thank you, Rabiatul. Uh, Samira Khan says Hamza. All right, what's up with Hamza on an alif here? And then there's an Hamza on a wow and a Hamza on a ya. Is it a Hamza or is it an alif? That's a question. Is this a Hamza or is this an alif? How many people say, oh, we have Sister Asfiya? Welcome. MashaAllah, Sister Asfiya. If it's the same one that I know of, Hamza or alif. Oh, okay. Yes. Welcome, Sister Asfiya. So this is an alif, right? Oh, somebody is annotating on the screen. Still participants annotating. Okay. Thank you for doing that. Same thing here. Is this a Hamza or a wow? Tell me, what do you think, folks? People are saying Hamza, right? This is an interesting, very interesting little letter. It looks different, and people get thrown off by it quite a bit. So I will point this out as an example in the first class, and I'll also point out like why this is the case, like why does this happen with Hamza? Okay. Now let me quickly just highlight something to you. Things such as marbuta, it joins only in the end but doesn't join in the middle. When you stop on it, it becomes ha. Right. So all of these things we will point out. Then we will cover in this book things such as the tashkil, fatha, then the how the dhamma works, and the kasra. All of these important, very, very basic terminology we will cover so that a student doesn't get lost. Tanween. Why sometimes you have tanween with two fathas, and then tanween with two dhammas, and tanween with two kasras. All of these things and more are going to form the basis of our beginning study of this course, which is about a week. Then there is a textbook. Okay, there is a textbook that inshallah I will provide you the PDF for. That is going to be the main book of our course, the textbook here inshallah. Okay, we'll screen share one more time here with my document already. All right. Okay, that's it. Let us move on to class notes. Class notes are very similar to what you see right now. Like I'm typing something on the screen. These notes, I will save them and upload them for you so that you're able to see what exactly is going on. All right. Important course links. There will be 3 links that everybody will get who registers for the course. The student portal, where they can find the recordings, live class link, where they can view the class, very similar to this link, and a student WhatsApp group, inshallah, where all the registered students will join and they will have the opportunity to ask questions and interact. And whenever there is the situation where, subhanAllah, there's some cancellation or there's something happens, the WhatsApp group would be a nice quick way for us to inform you. And also, the WhatsApp group becomes a small little community. We all become like family there, so it'll be really awesome. 3 main things that you will see that you will receive once you register: the student portal link for that, all course material is going to be there, live class link that is going to be where you attend the class, and of course the student WhatsApp group. Okay, technical requirements. If you're already on this call, mashallah, you have fulfilled the technical requirements for attending, which is using Zoom. Okay, you can download Zoom, inshallah. And this is something you can do on a mobile device, on a computer, but I would recommend that you use a computer. Okay? Course completion requirements. To complete the course, there will be a final project. Okay, all students who complete the final project will receive a course completion certificate. Right, that is something that we will make sure you get. The project is not something really difficult, and you won't get like gray hair doing it. And it's not something that will make you miserable. In fact, the project is going to tie together everything we've learned in the course, as you'll see in the course outline that I'll share with you, inshallah, right? And doing the project, I always feel is one of the best parts of the course because it showcases the learning of the student, and it's something really that brings everything together, and is a beautiful way to end. Um, Course overview. Steps one. Um, is there a way to? Perfect. Alhamdulillah. As long as it's better or it's the same, not worse. Now, uh, the course, the goal is to build a foundation for Arabic studies. This is very important. And then to apply that foundation to the Quran, equally important. Okay, the foundation is for us. This is steps one. Then we want to have steps two, and then there is finally a steps three. This is the base that you will stand on, inshallah. My objective actually is that when a person finishes steps one, two, and three, I will tell you how you can continue your Arabic studies in a very systematic, very methodical way, uh, learning to understand the Quran, learning to be able to read the books of Islam in Arabic, a very, very focused goal, very clear focus. So I want to, like this is not just a one-time course. You take a little bit and then you forget about it. This is part of a large puzzle. This is first step in a long journey, inshallah. Okay, so we're building the foundation for that. We're building the foundation for that, but also we don't want to just keep building a foundation while people don't understand what is it that we're building a foundation for. That's why we have to apply it to the Quran so people are able to see, the learner is able to see right away, okay, this is the reason why we're doing this. Okay, the course is divided into 4 parts. Part 1 is the basics. Part 2 is word patterns. Part 3 is words in sentences, particularly ism, not a sin. That will be ithm. Ism is a noun. And part 4 is Quran study and project. Okay, I'm gonna skip down to the class schedule just so you get an idea of what it looks like, and then I'll go back to that. So class schedule is like this. You have the week start date. We always have, I'm always starting on a Monday because our first class of the week is on a Monday, and then you have class on Monday and Thursday, and tutorial on the Saturday. That's week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way to week 13. So we actually have 12 weeks of study and 1 week of midterm break, inshallah. Okay, that is how the course is laid out. What we'll do is we'll cover the alphabet in the first week. We'll cover terminology. We'll cover then what are the types of words in Arabic. Okay, and then one of those words we'll cover, which is one of the types, is the ism, the status. What is this about? You'll find out, inshallah, in week 1. And then the tutorial will be where we take this information and apply it to certain passages of the Quran so that you can start to see immediately what you have learned. Okay, week number 2, 3, and 4, about 6 classes and 3 tutorials will be spent on word patterns. This is a slight diversion from the status and the way we started in the first week, but it's a diversion for the better because you're able to, inshallah, quickly build meaning and acquire vocabulary after these 3 weeks. Okay, then we resume the study of the properties of ism, and then that continues all the way until the Quran study, which is the second last week. Quran study is a whole week where we just take everything we've learned and apply it to different passages of the Quran. And finally, the last week is when we get to work on the project together a little bit. Like I explain the project, I show you some examples of the project. We continue our Quran study, and then I let students ask any questions that they have about the project, inshallah. So that is kind of how the whole course breaks down. I'll go back to showing you what exactly is each of these parts. Word patterns has will cover the idea of a family, okay, in Arabic words, and how just like a regular family of people, there's members of the family. Will cover this concept, and this concept is so unique and incredible that you can take a word, okay, you can take a word and no joke, churn out 100 members of a family that all look like that word. Okay, so if I was to show you this, right, I take a word, okay, such as let me make this a little bigger here, khabarun, which is in English news. I'll talk about that in a sec. Hold on, please. Now, what's interesting is I can take this word and I can then create akhbara. He informs. I can make another word out of it. Istakhbara. He seeks info. You can take a word and create multiple words that look very similar. Khabara appears in that. Khabara appears in that. Khabara appears in that. That is the idea of a family and members of a family. Okay, I can have this particular word. Look at what I can do with it. Okay, it's not magic. There's a yukhbiru. Again, notice khabara. Ikhbarun or ikhbaran. Mukhbirun. Mukhbarun. What are all these words? Akhbara, he informed. Yukhbiru, he informs. Ikhbar, information, conveying information. Mukhbir, the one who informs. Mukhbar, the thing that you inform about. Interesting. You see how you take a word and you can just churn out word after word after word. And there's a pattern. There's a fixed pattern. And you'll do it, inshallah. You'll be able to do this yourself. Bi'idhnillah. That is the idea of word patterns. This is critical because then once you understand this, you're able to see with your own reading of the Quran, with your own deep processing of the information, patterns in the Quran, and acquire vocabulary on your own. Okay, it's a very beautiful, it's a really awesome way to get started on the journey of understanding. Okay, so this is just an example. Don't worry, I will not just dump information on you in the course. I'm actually going to go through step by step. I'm just trying to show you something here. Okay, word sentences in which is the ism part. This is an ism is a actual in Arabic, ism is a noun. Okay, and then there's three types of actually words in Arabic, three categories. One is a noun, ism. One is a fi'l, which is a action or a verb, and one is a harf, which is neither of the two. And this large categorization helps us to break down the study of sentences. Okay, this is how you take these words that we've just learned patterns of and put them into sentences that make sense. Okay, and then we'll build our sentence piece by piece. We'll take the study of ism, a noun, and how two of them can connect together and create meaning, and then how those nouns can connect together into sentences and make meaning. This is the study of what we'll be doing, and this is going to be, inshallah, the foundation that we stand upon. And every time, as I said, we finish some study of this that is a complete topic or a complete chapter, we will move on and apply that to the Quran, so you're able to see right away in your reading of Quran immediately things you have learned in your Arabic class. Okay, Quran study at the end is a study of a small passage of Quran. I'm thinking probably Surah Luqman, and then a final class project. Okay, that's the overall breakdown of the course. That is the class schedule. This document will be available obviously to the students who register on the student portal. Don't you worry about that. Instructor, that is me right here. Policies and procedures. We have a certain policies and procedures I want to overview with go through with you because I think it's important to set the expectations. The students should plan to attend both the lecture and tutorial sessions. Okay, don't think that the tutorial is completely optional because we're not learning a new concept. Okay, we're taking the concept you've learned, applying it, learning about nuances of that particular concept. However, if it happens that you miss it, the tutorial is still like, you are still not, you can still come in on the Monday the next week and continue to learn the next topic. You have the prerequisite for the next topic. Okay, but please plan to attend both of them. There might be assignments that are given periodically. Oh no, dreading students, I can feel the energy out of the screen here. But the assignments are actually straightforward. Most of them will be something like a multiple choice. That's very straightforward, inshallah. Okay. Missing class, not recommended. That's the short version of the protocol. The long version is that you are encouraged to make every effort to attend the class. However, of course, sometimes circumstances don't permit a person to attend. Recordings of the lecture and the discussion sessions will be made available to registered students. I will try my best to upload them within the 24 hours of after the class, so you have ample opportunity to catch up, inshallah. The recordings that are posted on the portal, students who miss class should review the recordings and read the textbook notes and attempt the homework if there is any. Okay? Class textbook and materials. Class materials, including but not limited to textbook, workbooks, audio recordings, are especially designed for the students of the STEPS course. This is not taking like some curriculum that existed before somewhere else as a book and just dropping it on you. This is customized. All of this work that you will get, inshallah, is work that I have done and I have worked on, inshallah. Okay, especially made for the students of this course, inshallah. This material is an amana though, okay? And it should not be copied, shared, and digitally replicated for others, okay? It's meant for our students. If you want to print the book, for example, if you want to print the notes, if you want to print the writing book to practice your writing, and as a student, by all means, I'm not gonna stop you for that. But I would hope that you don't just like share it with other students and then it becomes something that we're not able to then provide value to the next batch of students because they already just get this stuff from like some bootleg website or something. So we just ask you to have that amana and keep this content inshallah ta'ala to yourself. Also, don't share Zoom links online or something. And your login credentials, please don't share with others either. Now, it's a trust thing, and I know that, alhamdulillah, all my years of teaching online, we've never had a problem with this, alhamdulillah. And I don't expect it to be the same, to be a problem this time either. The interesting thing is if you are, for example, a couple, right? Or you are, say, like a mother and a child, and you want to attend the class, of course, as I've replied in emails before, you can just register as one account and then share logins and credentials within the same house. But try not to make it like Netflix, right? Like you and your cousin in Pakistan, and so everybody is using it. All right, so something could just something just to keep within the house is no problem. Class recordings, the sessions are recorded, discussions are recorded, were uploaded online for the viewing of the students. I will also record a backup of the audio in case the video doesn't really pan out or you're not able to make out what the video is. So I always have a backup audio recording, inshallah, as well. Recordings are not available for download. You can just watch them, inshallah. And then we want to have lifetime access for these recordings. Even after the course is done, they'll be there for you, inshallah. Okay, that concludes the little bit of the policies that we have here, a little bit of the overview of the course, what to expect in the course, inshallah, and then I'll leave it up to people now to, if they want to ask any questions about the about this program and what they think. Will you send a link before each class session for login? Thank you, Brother Aslam Jabbar, for that question. The link for the class, the live class, will remain the same. Okay, so it's a one link for the entirety of the semester, inshallah. But I will send an email, just like today you got an email reminding you that there is a webinar right now. I will send you an email every single day, or every single week, actually, reminding you that there is class this week, inshallah, for you to come and attend. These reminders help. I also will send a summary of the class as an email, because reading that, I feel, after you've taken the class and you read a summary of what we covered, I think it really helps solidify. So expect some emails from me. Don't spam me, okay? Don't like mark as spam and now I'm just going to your junk mail, okay? Expect some emails once you register, inshallah. And you're obviously welcome to reply back and ask whatever is on your mind from those emails. How much time will we need to spend outside the classes every week on the material? Sister Madhya is asking a question. Thank you, Sister Madhya. The time outside the material, the way the course is built is that we have a tutorial, right? So I'm going to use the tutorial as the opportunity for basically in-class homework, okay? That's basically what the tutorial is going to be, in-class homework. So the time outside of the classes is going to be minimal. Maybe there will be an assignment every other week, and that assignment will probably take you 5 to 10 minutes, okay, of just reinforcing some ideas. But everything else, I'm trying to keep this at or inside the classroom, all right? So that is the time outside the class. You might need to review the contents on your own. I recommend actually that you review last week's material before you come to the next week. So that is just your own personal review. But we're trying to build the program so that the homework is in class in the tutorial. Make sense? Sajila Yaqub says, when will the next levels be taught? Any ideas? Will it be January or later in this year? Excellent question. Thank you for that as well. This semester, steps 1 goes from September to December. Okay, then they have the small break for the December break. From my experience, everybody wants to go away somewhere. Nobody wants to study at that time. Then we'll start again in January. And then we'll go again from January to probably March, maybe a little bit later, depending on how we structure it. Then there is going to be Ramadan coming in May, right? So then the next semester will fall most probably, depending again of how we have registrations, after Ramadan, or it will maybe begin before Ramadan, then we'll take a break for Ramadan and come back and finish after Eid. Those are some possibilities that we'll, of course, discuss with our students before announcing that. But steps 2 will require someone to have taken steps 1. Steps 3 will require someone to have taken steps 2. Can someone drop into those courses? Maybe, depending on how they feel. But we want to make it so that our students who've joined us in the first step, they're the ones who kind of help us drive the direction of the program. Is there anything, if there's anything that we truly struggle on, how can we ensure that we get better at it and fully understand? Jazakallah khair. Excellent question. The answer to this question is 2 parts. Part number 1 is understanding that struggling while learning is actually part of the learning. Okay, so don't fret if you are struggling. Okay, the learning actually takes place once there's a bit of that struggle. The key is obviously to overcome that struggle. Part two of this answer is the um, the way the program is, inshallah. We are going to build in time for your questions. Okay? And if your questions are not answered and you're still struggling, you always have my email. We always have the WhatsApp group. These two very important resources where you could ask questions and people will help you. I will help you. WhatsApp group actually usually is really great because other students start helping others as well. It's like a peer learning experience and it's awesome. So all of those things will help a person get through the difficulties. And don't forget that Allah says in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ وَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. We have made the Quran easy for remembrance. Meaning, Allah will also help you in this, inshallah. What is the maximum class number? 100 per session. Okay, that's the maximum. So we have the group Shams and group Qamar. 100 is the maximum number for both of those, no more. All right. That's a technology limitation that we have. But if you reach that, that's awesome. How many semesters are there in the whole course? 3. Okay, steps 1, if you notice, is the ism sentences. Steps 2 would be the fi'l sentences. Step 3 is bringing the two together and advanced stuff that is needed or that comes after these 2 steps, along with more word patterns. That's the way the course is structured. So when you're done, you have the ability to break down sentences and you have the ability to spot patterns in words and to make sense of how this pattern means this and this pattern means that. That's why there's 3 semesters, inshallah. Do we need an Arabic keyboard? You don't need an Arabic keyboard for the class. Okay, so when I ask you a question like today, I asked you something and people were typing Hamza, but they were writing it as Hamza. That is how you will answer. Okay, that's how you will answer. You will type everything in English. We've had students who've done this whole program in under other banners, and the entire time these students have not learned how to type in Arabic. MashaAllah, maybe Sister Asfiya knows some of those students. She's online here, and they just type everything in English, and that's fine. However, I will actually send you a tutorial on how to learn Arabic typing. Why? Because I think it's very critical to not have this as a barrier. That will actually be a small little module that says homework for you. Okay, so there is the cat is out of the bag. What does homework look like? I'll send you Arabic typing tutorials. Are there any other questions or concerns a person have? All right. So, alhamdulillah, I think these are wonderful questions. Inshallah, we will upload this, the recording of this, and inshallah, we will be, you can rewatch this once the uploaded session is available, inshallah. And I hope to see you all on Monday, the first day of our class. Please register on our website, steps2arabic.alkauthar.org, and that is where we have information and everything. This is going to be a really awesome journey. When I was making this together, like putting this together, the syllabus, I was very excited, even if I was tired, the excitement was so much that I couldn't actually even sleep properly last night because this was something I'm really looking forward to. So I hope you'll join me, inshallah, in this journey, and it will be awesome to take this journey together. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you all for attending. I really appreciate your attendance. It means a lot to when you start something, people who are supporting it initially, that really is someone that is worthy of a thank you. And jazakumullahu khairan. So thank you to you all, and jazakumullahu khairan. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.